Good morning, everyone. So, today we will talk about a new chapter, which is linear inequality. Okay, so in this chapter, we need to cover these topics. So, first topic, obviously, what is inequality? What do you mean by inequality? And then one dimension equations, solution of one dimensional equation or one dimensional inequations. Then graphical solution of linear inequalities of two variable and its exercise, that is 6.2, and then solution of linear inequation of two variables and its exercise 6.3, and obviously with it miscellaneous. So what is inequality and what do you mean by the system of linear inequalities of one variable or one dimension, two variable x and y, and its solutions. Okay, so first of all, what is inequality? So if we're talking about x equals to 5, what do you mean by x equals to 5? It means this variable x has some particular value 5, right? Now if we want to plot it into the number line x equals to 5, so it will look like that. Only this point x equals to 5 means only the point 5 on the number line, right? So here this red mark, the point is x equals to 5. Now if I will write that x less than 5, it means x, a variable which is less than 5, means x will take those values which is less than 5. Suppose it will be 4 less than 5, it will be 3 less than 5, 0 less than 5, or any negative number less than 5. So if we want to plot this x less than 5 in the number line, so it will look like that. Except this point 5, all the members before it, x equals to 5, all the members belongs to this collection, that is x less than 5. All the x, that is all the real numbers less than 5, is represented by this number line. Okay, so similarly, and look at here, since x is not less than equal to, it is less than 5, means except this point 5, just before it, starting from just before it, all the members less than 5 are belongs to this set, the solution set x less than 5. Now if we are going to talk about x greater than 5, that means those values of x or those real numbers x we need to choose which is greater than 5. Okay, so it will be 5.1, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. So all the numbers which is bigger than 5, definitely not equal to 5, bigger than 5. That means just after 5, all the elements in the number line are belongs to this set. So for any real number x, if x is greater than 5, means all the real number present in the number line which is greater than 5, means bigger than 5, except that 5, just after 5, it's starting from just after 5, all the elements are the solution of this particular inequality, that is x greater than 5. Now if we are going to talk about x less than equal to 5, means maybe x is equal to 5 or all the values or all the real numbers x which is less than 5. So if we are going to if we represent this one in a number line, so it will look like that. So including this point 5, all the elements smaller than 5 are just the solution of this x less than equal to 5. So what is the difference between x less than 5 and x less than equal to 5? In this x less than 5, we will not consider the point 5, and for x less than equal to 5, we will consider the 5 and the set starting from the solution set starting from the x equals to 5. That is from the 5, it will goes on up to minus infinite. Similarly, if we are talking about x greater than equal to 5, that means maybe the value of x is 5 or bigger than 5. That means same as x less than equal to 5, just right side of the 5, that is the bigger values from 5, will be the solution set of this inequality, that is x greater than equal to 5. All the elements or all the real numbers presented by x are bigger than 5 or maybe equal to 5. So we will consider the point 5 and all the values in the number line which is bigger than 5, that is from the 5 it will be plus infinite. So what is the difference between x greater than 5 and x greater than equal to 5? X greater than 5 means we will not consider the point x equal to 5. And if we write x greater than equal to 5, that means we are considering the point x equals to 5 also, and the bigger values of x from 5. So these 4 types of equations will be called inequalities, where we are not putting equal signs, we are putting the inequality sign, that is less than, greater than, or less than equal to, or greater than equal to. So we need to solve some such inequalities, maybe of 1 variable, 2 variable. Next you will find more than 2 variable also. So we need to solve some inequalities of 1 variable and 2 variable in this chapter, and we need to find the solution. So let's start by this 1 variable problem. So from this exercise 6.1, let us choose the first problem. Solve 24 less than 100 when x is a natural number and x is an integer. Okay, now if we are talking about x is a real number, that time also you can find out a set of numbers. So if we consider x is a real number, so 24x less than 100 means 24 into x, 24 times x should be less than 100. The value of 24 times x, whatever the value of x we will choose, this 24 times x always less than 100. So as we are simplifying for the equations, same here we need to simplify the inequalities also, inequations also in the same manner. So x can be written as less than 100 by 24, and if we simplify this 100 by 24, that means 25 by 6. Cut it by 4. So 4 into 25 is 100, and 4 6 is 24. Clear? So that means we need to choose the values of x such a way it will be less than 25 by 6. Now, if x is a real number, then we can plot it into the number line. So if we plot it, it will look like that. This 25 by 6, it's 4 point something, it will be here. So except this point, look at here, less than sign is there. So that means except this point 25 by 6, all the elements before it, that is smaller than it, we will consider in the solution set. Now if suppose x is natural number, the first one, then what happened? If x is a natural number, so a natural number starting from 1, so if we consider the 1, then the answer should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? And if we consider this number 2, x is an integer, that means all the numbers, all the integer value we will consider, that is x belongs to this z such that x is less than 25 by 6. You already know how to represent the sets in a different form, that is the roster form and the set builder form. So those values of x, that is those integer values of x which is less than 25 by 6, like 3, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 8, minus 5, minus 6. So like that, it will take all the values, all the integers values less than the 0.25 by 6. Clear? So all the questions of question number 1, they are similar to this one. So solve other questions. Next, move to this second portion, that is the solving part. Solve this inequality. This is from 5 to 16 for real x. That means x is a real number. Then you need to solve these inequalities. Definitely these inequalities are in one variable. In the next class, we will talk about the two variable problem. Okay, so first one, number 5, 4x plus 3 less than 5x plus 7. Clear? Now, just we need to separate these values and variables. Like we are solving in the equation, same here we need to solve for this inequations or inequalities also. So 4x minus 5x less than 7 minus 3. So you can both sides subtract minus 3 and minus 5x, this side also, and this side also minus 5x and minus 3. So it will look like that. That is 4x minus 5x less than 7 minus 3. If we subtract it, then you will find these things. So 4x minus 5x, that is minus x less than 7 minus 3 is 4. So now minus x is less than 4. So x is what? Greater than minus 4. So if we just change the sign of the term, then the sign of the inequality sign, that is if it is greater than, so it will convert into the less than. If it is less than equal to, then it will convert into greater than equal to. Okay, so always remember, if you are changing the sign in the inequalities, then the inequality sign, that is greater than, will change into the less than, and less than will change into the greater than. So here the set of solution is x greater than minus 4. So draw the number line. Since x is greater than, not greater than equal to, so except this 4, all the elements bigger than minus 4 we will take as the solution set of this inequality. So the solution set can be written as minus 4 comma infinite, and this is in open bracket. That means except this minus 4, we are taking just after minus 4 all the real numbers, just after minus 4 and up to infinite. And maybe one question can arise, that why I am using the first bracket, that is the open bracket, not the closed bracket for the infinite sign. So for this concept, when we will solve limiting value, limiting problem, that time we will discuss about the infinite. What is the concept behind using the open bracket, not the closed bracket? We will discuss later. So question number 6, 3x minus 7 greater than 5x minus 1. So take the terms with x into one side and the values into other side. So 3x minus 5x definitely greater than 7 minus 1. As you are solving equation, the same process. Just here to remember the one thing, that is if you are changing the sign somewhere, then the sign of this inequality, that is greater than, change into less than change into greater than equal to change into less than equal to change into greater than equal to. So 3x minus 5, that is minus 2x greater than 6. Now if we want to figure out the values for x, so let us multiply both sides by minus half. So you will find this x is less than minus 3. Since I'm multiplying both sides by negative sign, so the sign will change. So this greater than sign will change into less than sign. So x is less than minus 3 means except minus 3, just before minus 3, the solution set is starting just before minus 3, and all the negative values present in the number line. So if we want to write down the solution set, so it will look like minus infinite to minus 3, definitely. Open bracket, not a closed bracket. That is, we are not taking this point minus 3. Again, the same concept, why we are using open bracket for minus infinite. That is, that thing we will discuss later when we will talk about the limiting value. Another chapter, there is a chapter that is limit of a function. So moving to the next problem, question number 7. You need to find the solution 3 into x minus 1 less than equal to 2 into x minus 3. So first of all, write down this and multiply by 3 and this one by 2. So 3x minus 3 less than equal to 2x minus 6. Now take the x term into one side and the values into other side. So 3x minus 2x less than equal to 3 minus 6. Clear? So x is less than equal to minus 3. Means all the values from minus 3 up to minus infinite, all this is the solution set for this inequality. Clear? Now moving to the next question. Question number 10. X by 3 greater than x by 2 plus 1. So same again, take the x term, take the terms with the variable into one side and the values into other side. So x by 3 minus x by 2 greater than 1. Now take the LCM. 3 to the 6. So 2x minus 3x by 6 greater than 1. So 2x minus 3x, that is minus x is greater than 1. Minus x by 6 greater than 1, or you can write minus 6 is directly, just cross multiply it. So minus 6 is minus x is greater than 6 and x is less than minus 6. Means all the values just before minus 6, starting from there up to minus infinite. All the elements or all the real numbers are the solution for this inequality. Okay, so moving to the next one. Half into 3x by 5 plus 4 greater than equal to 1/3 into x minus 6. Okay, so first of all, write down the question. Half into 3x by 5 plus 4 greater than equal to 1/3 x into x minus 6. So we can write down these things as 3x by 10 plus 4, that is 4 by 2, that is 2, greater than equal to x by 3 and minus 6 by 3, that is minus 2. Now take the term with x into one side and the values into other side, or you can simply say that in both sides we are subtracting 2 and x by 3. So you will find this is 3x by 10 minus x by 3 and this side minus 2 minus 2. So take the LCM, that is 3 3 is 9, 9x minus 10 into 1, that is 10x by 30 greater than equal to minus 4. So ultimately minus x is greater than equal to minus 120 and x is less than equal to 120. So this is the solution. Why we are changing the inequality sign? Since we are multiplying both sides by negative sign. Clear? So one thing you need to remember, that is, if you are multiplying the inequality or both sides of this inequality sign by negative sign, so that time the sign will change, that is from greater than to less than to greater than, or greater than equal to less than equal to, less than equal to greater than equal to. So all the values just equal to 120 and less than 120 is the member of this solution set. Okay, all the values are the members of this solution set. So moving to the next equation, 2x minus 1 by 3 greater than equal to 3x minus 2 by 4 minus 2 minus x by 5. So this is given. So first of all, I'm taking this LCM for this right hand side portion. So 2x minus 1 by 3. If we take the LCM, 5 4 is 20 and 5 3 15x, 5 into 2 minus 10 and minus of 4 into 2 8 minus of 4 into minus 1, that is ultimately plus 4x. Okay, so 15 minus 10 minus 8 plus 4x. So now cross multiply it, 20 into this 2x minus 1 and 3 into this value. So 20 into 2x minus 1 and 3 into 15x plus 4x, that is 19x, and minus 10 minus 8, that is minus 18. Now multiply it. 40x minus 19 into 3, 57x, greater than equal to 20 into minus 1, minus 20, take it into this side, that is plus 20, and 3 into 18, that is minus 54. So ultimately, if we simplify it, we will find minus 17x greater than equal to minus 34, and x will be less than equal to 2. That means all the values or all the real numbers less than equal to 2, that is maybe it will be equal to 2 or maybe smaller than 2. All the values, all the real numbers are the solution of this inequality. Clear? So moving to the next one. Question number 20. You need to find the solution for x, or you need to simplify this inequality. X by 2 greater than equal to 5x minus 2 by 3 and minus 7x minus 3 by 5. So same as before we solve this question number 16. Just take the LCM for this right hand side part. So x by 2 greater than 5. 5 is 25, 5 2 is 10, so it is be minus 10, minus of 7 3 is 21 and 3 3 is 9 and minus minus plus, so plus 9. So ultimate then cross multiply this 15x greater than equal to 2 into 4x minus 1. If we simplify it, we will find 4x minus 1. Now take the x term into one side. So 15x minus 8x greater than equal to minus 2. So ultimately 7x is greater than minus 2. So x is greater than equal to minus 2 by 7. Clear? So this is the solution for this inequality. So all the values are equal to minus 2 by 7, is equal to minus 2 by 7 and greater than minus 2 by 7. So these are the solutions for this inequality. So moving to the next question. Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in first 2 unit tests. Find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have average of at least 60 marks. Now understand the language, that minimum marks he should get, that you need to find the minimum marks in third unit test such a way the average at least 60 marks. Maybe it will be greater than it, but at least it will be 60 marks. So if I take that Ravi got X marks in this third unit test, so the average will be 70 plus 75 plus X by 3. So total 3 unit test is there. So 70, 75 plus X by 3. So this average should be at least 60 marks. Okay, not equal to 60. Don't take the equation, take inequality. At least 60 means maybe he can score 60% or more than that. So for that, we will use inequality sign, that is greater than equal to 60. So the average marks may be equal to 60 or more than that. So we need to find the minimum value for X such a way we got that 60% or above 60%. Okay, so if we simplify it, we will find that 70 plus 75, that is 145 plus x greater than equal to 3 into 60, that is 180. So if we simplify, so x will be greater than equal to 35. So if he got 35 or more than 35, so that time his average marks will be 60 or more than 60. Okay, so minimum marks for getting the average at least 60 marks, the minimum marks is 35. So write down the answer. So Ravi must obtain a minimum of 35 marks to have the average at least 60 marks. Okay, remember that for this type of question, always use inequality sign, don't use equal sign. Because if you're using equal sign, that means you're taking x is equals to 35. Here, look at the question. You need to find the minimum marks that he should get in the third test. Okay, so the minimum marks he should get in the third test, it will be 35. Okay, so remaining problems from this chapter 6.1, which is very easy. So try to solve by yourself. If any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. And thank you.